German Heritage Night here at Citizens Bank Park as the Phillies and the New York Mets get set to gather just as the storm clouds are gathering up above. The Phillies and the Mets game 2 of this 3-game series. Tyler Cloyd all ready to go, loosened up in the Phillies bullpen, set to make another start. Hi, everybody. I'm Tom McCarthy, along with Chris Wheeler. We are set to get this one underway on time, which is the good news. There is a storm, though, that is on the horizon. The Phillies and the Mets hope they can play this game in its entirety. And for the Mets, they'll get a second day in a row of David Wright over at third base.
Well, he's been tremendous, Tom. When David Wright plays, they're a totally different baseball team. They probably could feel that last night in the first inning because this guy, he just seems to always hit the Phillies. Here's a ball that he hits earlier in the year, kind of one-handed, this one from Jake Diekman out of the ballpark to left center field. And then he comes back last night and says, why don't I try out right center in this place? I kind of like it here. And he's hit a lot of home runs in Philadelphia, driven in a lot of runs. And Hamels has that look on his face like, game can't be that easy. This guy hasn't played for 2 months and he just hits a home run. And David Wright in his career against the Phillies, 153 games. He's hit 31 home runs, driven in 106. Guy's just a tremendous player. As I say, when you put him in the middle of the New York Mets lineup, they have a lot of problems, things they have to do, but they're so much better when he's there.
18 of those home runs have come here at Citizens Bank Park, so the Phillies hope they can quiet him tonight in the second of this 3-game series against the New York Mets. It will be Tyler Cloyd who will be taking the baseball for the Phillies, and then Dylan Gee, who has been one of the best right-handed pitchers in all of baseball since the middle of June. It's remarkable to see what his turnaround has been like. He's making his 31st start of the year. Well, Jimmy Rollins back in the lineup yet again in search of career home run number 200. He has been hitting the ball better lately. He's been running a little bit more, too. Those are all good signs, and a good sign that we'll have baseball when we return. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Coca-Cola, the official soft drink of the Phillies. By Toyota. Toyota's nationwide clearance event is going on now. Toyota, let's go places. By Xfinity, the official HD triple play provider of your Phillies. By Citizens Bank, where good banking is good citizenship. Isn't it time you experience good banking? And by Independence Blue Cross, the most preferred health plan in the region. Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Tyler Cloyd is warming up out on the mound right now, getting set to face the New York Mets. He's just finished up his warm-up tosses. Let's take a look at the Mets starting lineup. It's brought to you by Xfinity, your home for the most live sports. Leading it off in left field, Eric Young, followed by Daniel Murphy and David Wright. Lucas Duda will bat cleanup. Juan Lagares, the center fielder, hits fifth. Matt Dendecker bats sixth. In the bottom third of Darnell Quintanilla and Dylan G. And they'll face Phillies right-hander Tyler Cloyd, making his 11th appearance of the year, his 10th start, 2-5 with an ERA wheels over 5.
Well, and he really struggles in this ballpark too, Tom. That's been one of his problems, although he got hit his last time out in Washington. But his numbers very different on the road than here. As you see by that scouting report, he really needs good command, pinpoint control.
Well, he's ready to go. Here's the first pitch of the night to Eric Young, and it's in there for strike, and it's 0-1.
One of his 2 major league wins against this team. And the Phillies scored a ton of runs for him in that game last year. They won 16-1 when he won that game in New York. Made his major league debut against these guys here.
Shallow right field. John Mayberry is there and one away. That'll bring Daniel Murphy to the plate. And while Daniel Murphy walks to the box, let's send it over to Greg Murphy, who's in our box down the right field or down the first base line.
Well, thank you very much, Tom. Yeah, Daniel Murphy has been a thorn in the side of the Philadelphia Phillies. You look at his numbers from last night, 3 for 5. But it's not just the Phillies he has been hitting. If you take a look at what he has done in the second half of the season this year, batting .305 since the All-Star break. And, you know, you really, if you take a look by the pitches that he is hitting, don't throw this guy a changeup at this point because he is locked in, batting close to 500 when it comes to changeups, hitting the slider as well. You know, just the fastball under 300, but really, you know, batting .305 since the All-Star break. So really seeing the ball well and putting it in play and ending up with a lot of base hits. The guy is locked in, guys.
Well, we saw that last night. He was 3 for 5 with 3 runs scored in last night's ball game. That brought his average to 284.
Kidding around the coaches' room today talking about this guy and how effective he is. The Phillies, I said to Rich Doobie, it seems like he always gets 2 hits, and Doob says, how about 3? Because it does. It just seems like every game Murphy has a multiple hit game against the Phillies. Obviously he doesn't, but he has a lot of them. And that's one of the reasons right there, because he doesn't panic either. Now that, you know, 2-1, you have to have a better swing than that because you're ahead in the count. But when you have 2 strikes on him, he uses the middle of the field really well.
So 2 balls and 2 strikes. They're going to work him inside, and the pitch just missed inside. And it's 3-2.
He really needs those 2. Probably was a little high.
And same pitch, and it's ball 4.
He's trying to do that little comeback sinker that Kyle Kendrick pitches with so effectively when he's on. Well, it's time now for our Nissan keys to tonight's game. Should have put Hold the Rain off, but so far so good. I hope Tyler Cloyd can pitch better here. And the Phillies, well, Tom mentioned in the opening how good Dylan G is. The Phillies are a problem team for him, and see if they can do it. They had 7 home runs off him this year, but 4 of them are in Florida right now, and 2 are in Los Angeles. 4 by Howard and 2 by Michael Young.
Yeah, they certainly have his number this season and have during his career. Here's David Wright. Wright was 2 for 5 last night in his return. And he takes inside, 1-0.
Here's the home run last night. Just went out and hit this pitch away from him and hit it to right center field. And welcome back, David Wright.
Wright pulls it towards shortstop. That should be 2. There's 1. Not a strong toss, but Utley's able to get it over to first, even though there was some contact. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits, and nobody left. Tyler Cloyd gets a double play to wrap up the top of the first. We'll be back with the Phils after the first. The Mets bullpen heads out to the bullpen. Let's take a look at the Phillies starting lineup. It's brought to you by Xfinity, your home for the most live sports. Leading it off in center field, Cesar Hernandez. Jimmy Rollins, the shortstop, at second. Chase Utley hits third, followed by Carlos Ruiz and Dominic Brown. Darren Ruff, the first baseman, bats sixth. In the bottom third of Ashe, Mayberry, and Cloyd. And they'll face right-hander Dylan G. G on the year 11-10, an ERA of 3.47. The Phillies, though, have hit him to the tune of an ERA of 7.66.
Right, that's the thing where we put that in the keys of the game, that he has trouble with the Phillies. He's a guy that really uses fastball to spot it. He has an outstanding changeup, and that's his out pitch. He'll also throw slider and curveball, but when he's on, he's going to go fastball changeup.
Cesar Hernandez leads it off and takes a strike. It's 0-1. Hernandez 0 for 4 with a couple strikeouts last night. They say he went around on that check, so it's 0-2. Overall, Hernandez hitting .313, no home runs, 8 runs batted in. And there's that changeup, so 1 away. So Hernandez is struck out on 3 pitches. Yeah, that'll bring Jimmy Rollins up.
Now, when he gets ahead of hitters, and he'll throw it to right-handed hitters too, but that's his money pitch right there, that diving out of the zone changeup.
Rollins is 8 for 16 lifetime against Dylan G. And he takes a strike, so 4 pitches, 4 strikes. The Lucky McDonald's Phillies home run jackpot contestant is Bob Patton of Sinking Spring, Pennsylvania. Phillies hit a home run in tonight's ball game, and Bob will win $300. Little dribbler foul. Rollins with 199 career home runs. Toward left center. It's not deep. Playable for Lagares. Oh, there are 2 outs. 2 quick outs, and here comes Chase Utley. Now, as Utley takes his stroll to the plate, let's take a look at our Mazda leaders. The last 10 days, Chase Utley finds himself among the leaders in RBIs. He's had a great run. His homestand, which includes the 3 games against the Marlins, really helped him out. But 14 tied with Paul Goldschmidt and Hunter Pence. Goldschmidt leads the league in home runs with 35. And Hunter Pence has been one of the best hitters in baseball since the All-Star break. And Utley lines one, caught by Quintanilla. Hit it right on the nose, and the side is retired. 7 pitches, all 7 strikes for Dylan G. One of the books. To the second we go here in South Philadelphia. Tomorrow is Fan Appreciation Day here at Citizens Bank Park. First pitch is scheduled for 1:35. There are tickets still available for the finale of the 2013 home schedule. All fans coming to the ballpark will receive the 2014 schedule magnet. And there'll be a lot of prizes and surprises, which there traditionally are on Fan Appreciation Day. Tickets can be purchased at Phillies.com. Lucas Duda leads it off here in the second. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Duda came on as a defensive replacement in last night's ball game. Now the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball foul toward the Phillies dugout. Duda overall hitting .232. He has 14 home runs and 31 runs batted in. Playing first base tonight. And in reality, I don't think the Mets know what they want to do with him in the future.
And the outfield, too. And first base is one of those spots, too. And then Duda's right in the middle of it because he's probably too slow to play the outfield. Is he going to be their first baseman? They have a lot of guys that can only play first base, but he has all this power. But he's another one of those guys with a big old leg kick. And we talk about them all the time. When you have that big high leg kick like that, when your timing's perfect, you look good. When your timing's off just a little bit, that's hard to hit that way.
Well, one out on the first strikeout from Cloyd, and here's Juan Lagares. Lagares has torn up Phillies pitching this year, and he takes on the outside corner. Yeah, that's a heck of a pitch to get if you're Cloyd. It was a strike, but sometimes umpires give up on it. Shows bunt, takes inside. They'll appeal. And no, says Phil Cuzzy.
Cloyd just trying to keep the ball out of the air because that's how he gets hurt a lot of times in this park. And the wind's going to pick up a little bit, and it's starting to right now.
Yeah, the wind has shifted. It was coming in earlier. Now it's going out. Lagares bunts again, and Ruiz catches it right out of the air.
This guy will try to bunt his way on.
Carlos threw to first base, but he was essentially throwing it around, I think, because the out was recorded on the pop-up.
Yeah, it looked like it was fair ball, too. Here he is. He tried to bunt his way on last night. He's done that a lot this year. Oh, yeah, definitely a fair ball. See Carlos come out in front of home plate. Nice play.
Two outs, and Matt Dendecker is the batter. He was 0 for 1 last night. He came in as a defensive replacement and was able to get one at bat, grounded out to second. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. Pretty good changeup going here tonight, at least through the first inning and a half. Well, the rain has started, but it is light at this point.
And that's what we talked about. You saw the wind change, and that was a sign that might be going to get a little bit.
1-2 pitch from Floyd. And a called strike 3. A cutter on the outside part of the plate, and everybody except for Dendecker knew it was strike 3, and he probably thought the same too once it went by him. 1-2-3 go the Mets here in the second. Pretty good job by Tyler Cloyd through 2. We go to the bottom of the second, scoreless game. Live for the chance to meet Brad Lidge, the Fanatic, and more. Take part in lots of free family-friendly activities. Get there early for your free T-shirt. That is the We Live Philly Sports Festival. Pretty nice way to end the baseball season. Get a chance to meet a great guy in Brad Lidge. Carlos Ruiz leads it off, and he lines the first pitch foul. It's 0-1.
Dylan G throws a lot of fly balls too, a very high percentage of fly balls, and that's one of the reasons why I think he'd probably had problems in this ballpark. All strikes so far. You see with some foul balls in there. Your fly ball pitcher here, it's not a great thing.
Foul ball to shortstop to his left, Quintanilla. Well, so the numbers are amazing when it comes to Dylan G. Just go back to the 14th of July, right around the All-Star break. He has an earned run average of 2.05. Now, he faces a lot of the same things that, let's say, a Cole Hamels has faced. The Mets haven't scored a whole lot of runs for him, but just 19 earned runs in his last 85 2/3. There's Cole. Dominic Brown with one out. And it's outside 1-0.
See that ERA Tom was talking about after the All-Star break, second half of the season, it's way down, and he doesn't give up much. You know when you go into a game against him, even if you're the Phillies, I would think that you're not going to get a lot of runs, even though they have scored against him before. He's really used that fastball changeup mix very effectively early in this game.
And a liner into right field, a base hit. Dendecker got to it quickly. He thought about maybe making a throw over to first base, maybe if there was a different runner. So one out single. Darren Ruff's coming up. A reminder to those of you who are interested, tonight's ball game is also available in Spanish. Just use the SAP button on your television or change the language through the menu on your cable box. Darren Ruff is 1 for 3. 14 home runs, 28 runs batted in. I think that was Darno that asked for time. Juan Samuel back over in the third base coach's box. Juan was out for a couple of days taking care of a personal issue. Inside, 2-1. Darren Ruff on the year has the 14 home runs. Last night he was 1 for 3, had 2 RBIs, and picked up his 10th double of the season. Runner goes, and the pitch is grounded toward the hole. Quintanilla gets to it, flips the throw to first. It's in the base path, and Ruff slides under the tag. Wow. Over to third goes Dominic Brown.
Well, that all was because they were running on the play. They're running on the pitch there. They're playing hit and run. And Darren Ruff hits that to the right of Quintanilla, and then he makes a, well, you hold your breath on this slide that he just made, but he makes it. There's Quintanilla, does a pretty good job. Now look at this kind of awkward, oh man, hate to see those. You know, you go into first base like that and watch his foot hit that bag, how hard he hits it. Thankfully, he's okay. And good base running by Dominic Brown, running on the play, gets all the way to third.
Well, Darren Ruff is a tough kid. There's no doubt about that. Midfield is a double play depth for Ashe, except for Rido, who's in a third. And the curveball a little high, and it's 1-0.
This guy, as we mentioned, will throw some fly balls, and that's what Cody's thinking about right now, is trying to lift one somewhere and get him a run.
1 for 4 last night with a double. His average of 262.
John Mayberry on deck. I mentioned the 7 home runs, but 6 of them are gone. But one of them's still here, and it's Mayberry.
Part of the reason why he's in the lineup here tonight, even though he's just 4 for 16. Give a guy a chance to see that has seen Dylan G. 3 balls and no strikes to Ashe.
We'll see if they would go green light here. Trying to get a run. Everybody knows that, you know, what could possibly happen later on here tonight. You don't know about the weather, but you'd love to get a lead.
Oh, yeah. And he was taken all the way. He takes a fastball. It's 3-1. Fly ball, center field. Brown goes back to third. It's not deep. Lagares comes up with it. Brown's coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. It's up the line. He is safe. He went around the tag. It's a 1-0 Phillies lead. He literally went around the tag.
That's what it looked like, and then put his hand back. And that's where you're talking about gambling. He's going to gamble a little bit on a night like this. Try to get an early run. And Juan Samuel's thinking, I'm going to try and run him here and see what happens. And it did look like Brown came around the plate and put his hand in there. Collins can't believe it. And once his catcher reacted that way, then he's got to come out and argue. Now, you can't tell if no, his hand hit the catcher's elbow. That's not on the glove. Here it is, right. Watch his hand hit his elbow. Did he ever get him?
He got his leg, but I don't know if he hit the plate first.
It's hard to believe he could get in there with the way that plate was blocked.
Yeah, you know what? If he didn't get his leg, then he did.
He got in.
I thought maybe he got his leg as he swept by, but the umpire was right on it.
Yeah, and he was emphatic about it. He was safe. And he's explaining to Darno what he saw. Well, good aggressive base running there and coaching by Juan Samuel. This whole inning set up by them hitting and running.
So Ruff is at first. And here's John Mayberry. Phillies up 1-0. Mayberry 0 for 4 last night with a strikeout. Breaking ball, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Dylan G has to wonder how these guys do this. Sometimes they hit me, sometimes they nickel and dime me like this, honey.
Now ball off the foot of Mayberry, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, he's thrown 20 pitches in this inning. Time is called. Tyler Cloyd on deck. And Mayberry fouls it back toward the sweet level. But it remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and the side is retired. But the Phillies do strike first. They get a run on a sacrifice fly off the bat of Cody Ashley. That brought home Dominic Brown. So Dylan G and the Mets down 1-0 as we go to the 3rd. On to Phillies.com. Go to the fan section for all the information. Here's the question wheels. Which 3 Mets hit back-to-back home runs against the Phillies on April 17th, 1989?
Oh, I can see that. It was at Shea, too. Well, I got one of them.
We need 2 more. Well, the Phillies took a 1-0 lead on a sac fly by Cody Ashley and some aggressive base running. Dominic Brown came in. Here's Lagares, who has a good arm, and he throws toward the plate over the head of the cutoff man. Darno takes it on one hop. Did he get him right there? It looked like he did.
Yep. It was hard to believe that he missed him. As early as he had that throw and had the plate blocked like that, that was a great angle, and Phillies get a break on that one.
Here is Darno to lead it off, and he takes a strike. It's 0-1.
And Darno knows he tagged him. That's why he jumped up so fast like that.
That is one of those plays that they could review next year. And if they have that angle right there, I would think they would change it.
Yeah. Because it was always that thing, is that glove really on his knee or not?
Right.
And it sure appeared that it was.
A ball and 1 strike to Darno, hitting just 169. And that's over for strike 2. Out towards shortstop, and Rollins throws across the diamond, 1 away. Well, next year when they are able to use replay, just like this year when there's a home run, they can use every camera shot that's available. Now this is 2 different broadcasts. This is ours. You see John Mayberry shielded everything, so they couldn't overturn it based on just that shot right there. But because we're sharing with Sportsnet New York, we can get their camera shot, which shows, I think, clearly that the glove hits the leg. And now their camera is about 10 to 15 feet to the right of where our camera is. And that's the same in every ballpark. You know, the cameras are in different spots depending on home or visitors. And next year when there's replay, just like this year with home runs, they will have every camera angle at their disposal to review. So what we may not have, somebody else may have, and it could be a clearer shot.
A lot of potentials right there.
Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, and nowadays I guess almost every game, not every game, but most of them, it seems like there are 2 separate telecasts
Correct.
going on. And at one time, you used to do what was known as a split feed. There's sometimes 3.
It's in the dirt, 2 balls and 1 strike. Well, you're looking at some shots of some people that are unbelievably talented with what they do. It's not easy all the time to follow plays or follow a football or a baseball or whatever sport it is. And they're relying on their talents, and it's probably about time that they relied on their talents.
Yeah, there's a lot of anticipation involved in knowing the game and doing all the things that the guys do and ladies that run these cameras.
You see Pete's on our crew, and he's obviously high home, and then Al Friedman is on the SNY crew, and probably about 15 feet between the 2 of them, and there's a different angle.
Oh,
not a bad pitch, but it's 3-2. Now that they can't overturn or review.
And you know what? You don't want to take away balls and strike the human element. I don't think. Some people do.
Ground ball toward first. It's a foul ball. The big guy got it.
Imagine being a hitter and getting called out on something. You turn around and yell and umpire, there's nobody there. That'd be a horrible feeling.
You yell at a video screen or something.
What?
Mm-hmm. And a liner to center field. That's a base hit. So the first hit for the Mets. Toyota Major League Scoreboard. Well, they had hoped that they weren't going to play 18 today between the Orioles and the Rays, and they didn't. But the Rays won 5-1, so they've extended their lead. They have the top spot right now in the wild card, and they have a game lead over the Cleveland Indians. Texas is a half game back, and the Orioles have dropped to 3 games back. But the Rangers may not make the postseason.
How about the Tribe?
How about the Tribe? How about what they did last night? I mean, it was out of their control. They were up 2-1 after 7, and the rains came. And after an hour and a half wait, they knew the rains were going to be long, so that was it. That was the end of the game.
We always talk about you need some luck in the course of a long season. There's a little bit right there.
Absolutely.
You're on the wrong end of that score, and you're really upset.
No balls and 1 strike to G. Shows bunt. Ooh, they've got Quintanilla, but the throw's high. Quintanilla slides past the bag, but keeps his foot on. Carlos may have rushed that because he thought he needed to. And that'll be a stolen base, the 2nd of the year for Quintanilla.
Quintanilla got himself hung out to dry out there, and he just decided I might as well keep on going. Right there, he's running on the bunt, and he is going to be out. I don't know. He almost looked like he thought they were going to play hit and run there. The way he looked in. Sometimes you play bunt and run. A run and bunt, I mean. And maybe that's what they were going to try and do, but he didn't offer at it.
Well, now G is swinging away. Did he keep his foot on the bag? There. Yes. And it's off. And now it's back on.
Well,
again.
What are you going to do?
You couldn't review it. A strikeout for Cloyd, so the 3rd strikeout.
Well, it's like he bunted him over.
Speaking of the Cleveland Indians, on our Toyota Major League Scoreboard, the Indians are shutting out the Astros 4-0. Michael Bourne, a double and a run scored. He has 2 hits overall.
Since he got healthy, he really made a big difference for them to give them that guy at the top of their order and do the things that Michael Bourne can do.
It's actually hit some home runs for him, too.
Well, he always had some power. He's one of those guys, he wasn't a punch and Judy. But you wanted him to, if you had him on your team, I would think you wanted him to use his legs and not try to hit homers.
Pulls that one toward first. Diving, stopped by Ruff. Cloyd's there on the flip in time, and the side is retired. Darren Ruff has played a very nice first base when he's been over there for the Phillies, and he just saved a run. So the Phillies keep the 1-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the third. Young hits this hard. Darren Ruff reacted quickly on the backhand. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Your local dealer today. Buy WB Mason. You can't go wrong when you buy right. And buy Nissan. Choose Nissan today for great offers on our most innovative lineup ever. Shop ChooseNissan.com. Tyler Cloyd will start things off for the Phils here in the bottom of the third. Phillies lead at 1-0. It'll be Cloyd, Cesar Hernandez, and Jimmy Rollins. David Wright playing off the line over at third base. They said his hamstring felt fine today. He will not play in tomorrow's ball game. That was the plan going in. Cloyd bloops one into right field. It gets by Dendecker, and Tyler thought about two, but then thought better of it. Wally Joyner was pointing to the back the whole time. So leadoff single that brings Cesar Hernandez to the plate, who, although he's 0 for 5 in this series, Murph, I think has been somewhat of a revelation offensively and defensively for the Phillies.
Yeah, Ryan Sandberg took some time today to kind of sing his praises and talk about what a good job he has done since being up with the big club. He's hit the ball well, both sides of the plate. Ryan was talking about his ability to, get the bat through the zone. He says he's got really quick hands for one, but also really strong hands and strong wrists. For a guy his size, he has a little bit of pop in those wrists, and he's able to hit the ball to all fields, which is always important for a leadoff guy. But Ryan was talking about how impressed he was with his ability to really put a jolt behind the ball, get the ball into the gaps. He's done a nice job. He's above 300. He's batting .310 coming into tonight's game. So, and also playing a solid center field. So he had lots of good things to say about Cesar Hernandez.
Yeah, his breaks have been very good in center field, I think. Just for a guy who hasn't played there before, he looks somewhat natural. I guess it's his athleticism that dictates that. Outside, 3-0.
Well, one thing, when Rhino talks about him, too, he really likes the fact that he can do things with it. You can play hit and run with him. You can bunt with him. He can maybe hit a ball in the gap. And that's what you guys are talking about, is tremendous athleticism.
It's 3 balls and no strikes to Hernandez with a runner at first. There's a strike. It's 3-1.
That's what run these fantasy leagues, or, you're playing the softball games and pick up stuff and think, well, that guy can play here, he can play there. Well, you can't. It doesn't usually work that way. Just because you can play one place doesn't mean you can play somewhere else. Especially take an infield, put him in center field. A remarkable transition he's made.
Ground ball to first, picked up by Duda. Now they'll flip to second, and Cloyd is out at second, so the double play.
That's a really good play by Duda.
Although Wheels Hernandez wouldn't be a bad fantasy player, because you can play him at second base or in the outfield.
Right.
He chose to use
exactly. Since he's been able to play both in the big leagues.
Correct. 2 outs for Jimmy Rollins. Well, Murph, while we have your microphone open, we forgot last night in the flurry of last night's ball game to congratulate all of our good friends, Tom Sullivan, who Murph knows as TJ, and Katie Nanny. They were married last night. Tom, of course, works here in the Phillies front office, and Katie's sister Kelly works here. Katie is a very talented dancer, and was on Broadway and Mary Poppins. That's where I got a chance to meet her, and she's beautiful and she's very talented. And they were married last night, and we forgot to wish them congratulations. So we hope they're watching and listening, and congratulations to both of them.
Absolutely.
Great people. And the cast of Mary Poppins was there at the wedding.
Did they perform?
I didn't ask.
That would have been great if they
That
performed.
would have been cool.
Didn't get that part of it.
The Fanatic, well, he was here at the ballpark. Can you imagine if he was starting to do a little chimney sweeping right now? We go to the 4th. The Phillies are on top, 1-0. Their fastball right down the middle 100% of the time. Order by 11:30 and you receive your delivery same day guaranteed. Who but WB Mason. Tyler Cloyd getting set to face Daniel Murphy, David Wright, and Lucas Duda here in the top of the 4th inning. Daniel Murphy walked his first time up. Sarge, I think Tyler tonight has had very good command compared to, let's say, his last start against the Washington Nationals.
Yeah, notice the change-up, that fastball that you see right there. But I like that location, though. He's been able to get it down. It's been moving away from those left-handed hitters. But early on in throwing strikes is definitely his key. That's a good pitch, a little slide piece or curveball.
Yeah, his breaking pitch is really a curveball, but it's a good one when it's on.
Yeah, curveball goes kind of over the top and round. Slider is going to go to the side.
Out towards shortstop, caught by Jimmy Rollins, 1 out. All year long, follow the Phillies with photos, videos, and news stories at Phillies.com. Be the first to know pre-sale dates for 6-packs, ticket on sale dates, merchandise, and more by opting in for Philly e-News. Stay in the know with all things Phillies at Phillies.com. David Wright takes low.
Yeah, when you see it raining like this, you really want to be quick. You want to really try and get those quick outs. But you don't want to do it at the expense of throwing that ball right down the middle.
Right.
So, yeah, you're rushing, but yes, you got to still stay ahead of the hitters. And again, ground balls would fit him best, even though he throws probably more fly balls.
2-0 to David Wright. Wright hit into a double play his last time up, and he hits it foul toward the Hall of Fame club.
Now that's what happens right there. If he had his timing, that'd be a ball that he would more than likely have put in play. Hasn't played for a while, so that timing becomes off. Even though he hit a home run last night, he's still a little bit away from that.
Check swing. Did he go? They don't appeal, which is odd in its own right. Fly ball right field. It's pretty well hit. Mayberry going back, and his timing looks pretty good, Sarge. Yeah. And it's a 1-1 ball game. Opposite field home run for David Wright, his 18th of the year, his 19th here at Citizens Bank Park.
Yeah, it's a solid at bat. He just missed him 2-0, which was high. What Tyler did was he got that ball down. David Wright, kind of an inside-out type of hitter, meaning that ball that you throw maybe middle, instead of pulling it, he's actually taking the ball the other way. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Hitting the ball the other way as opposed to pulling the ball there. Pretty good catch out there, by the way.
Well, that's why the ball didn't come back from the crowd, because it was a Mets fan who caught it. Here's Duda, who struck out his first time up. In the dirt.
Yeah, not second guessing him on that pitch. That you want a fastball hitter, you got to throw something maybe off speed a little bit, slider maybe going away that David almost check swing on. Not going to be missing a whole lot of fastballs. 3-1, 2-0.
Tell you the Major League scoreboard. The Reds and the Pirates tied at 2. That game's in the top of the third. Russell Martin's hit a 2-run home run. Pirates lost a tough one last night. Oof. They had not blown many leads when leading after 8. In fact, I think it was only 1 before last week, and now they've blown a few, including last night.
Yeah, that was clutch for Martin. He had an error with 2 outs right in front of him. And he comes up, first pitch, bam, hits it out of the ballpark.
Duda draws a walk, so he's aboard with 1 out. Here comes Lagares. He popped out. He tried to bunt his way on his last time up. Popped out his last time. And he takes a strike at the knees. It's 0-1.
Good pitch. That's where you want that fastball. Down near the knee area. Not up near the belt. Doesn't throw hard enough to get away with that.
Ground ball to shortstop. This could be 2. Rollins flips to second for 1. They hurry the throw, and it's not in time. Just wasn't enough on the throw. 6-4 on the putout at second. Give credit to Cuzzy for staying with it. He waited a moment before he made the call. 2 outs.
Yeah, you would think maybe this would be a double play. Everything has to be really clean. A little bit of a soft throw there, but if he just beat it. Ball hit the ground, stayed right with it.
Here's Matt Dendecker. He struck out his first time to the plate.
Where he wants to live, just off the plate, maybe down, away. He's got to have movement.
Check swing, so it's 1-2. 55 pitches now for Cloyd. 2 outs here in the 4th. See, the rain has started to fall a little harder.
Yep.
And a called strike 3. There you finally got the 2-seamer to come on back. 4 strikeouts for Cloyd. However, the Mets have tied it up on an opposite field home run by David Wright. His second one of the series, his 19th here at Citizens Bank Park. So as we go to the bottom of the 4th, Phillies and the Mets tied up at 1. Going on now, Toyota, let's go places. By Citizens Bank, where good banking is good citizenship. Is it a time you experience good banking? And by Chevrolet, visit your local dealer at ChevyDealer.com. Bottom of the 4th inning. That's the Phillies tied at 1. The rain had picked up a little bit, but now it's it's still raining, but it's not raining as hard as it was a couple minutes ago. So they play on.
Try and get that 2 or 3 run lead as quick as possible. Whatever happens after that 5th, okay.
Yeah, if this game is still tied after 5, we go to the 6th inning.
Yep.
Then we pick it up as a suspended game. However, if we don't reach the bottom of the 5th, then they start it all over again. Swing and a miss, 0-2. If for some reason we didn't come back after the rains forced the tarp to go on the field. Crew chief is Ron Culpa. He's the second base umpire. It's basically his call. Now the 0-2 pitch to Utley. Up high, 1-2. There's Ron.
No, they'll do everything they possibly can to get the game in tonight.
Utley hits it towards shallow left. Eric Young Jr. is there with one hand. And that'll bring Ruiz to the plate. This is the 17th game on the road for Dylan G. He's made 31 starts, so 17 on the road, 14 at Citi Field. You would think that his stuff would play better at home than on the road. And it does, ERA-wise, but he has more games away from Citi Field. So he's 7-5 on the road with a 4.5 earned run average. That one touches the outside edge, so it's 0-1.
I like that low ERA when you're at home. I think for me, that's how you tell whether or not a pitcher is on top of his game. Yeah, I know wins and losses have a lot to do with it, but that ERA for me, it tells the tale.
Carlos fouls it off.
A lot of times with the wins and losses, you can get that on an error, misplayed ball. But on that ERA, earned run average, you're counting them and seeing how many guys you've actually let in with clean base hits.
Upstairs, 2-2.
Done that quite a bit. Get 2 strikes on the hitters, trying to see whether or not they'll swing at that high fastball. Maybe a little bit too high.
The crowd is on deck. Well, it's back full, or it's run full. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
He's got to watch it, leading with his hand. He's got to lead with that front foot. Soft feet.
Ground ball left side. David Wright was playing toward the hole. Flips the throw, and Duda keeps his foot on the bag. 2 outs. For years, StubHub has been the place to purchase Phillies tickets. And this season, you can get more with your tickets thanks to StubHub Fan Rewards. So get to StubHub and grab your seats today. Think about StubHub not only for baseball, but also for the other sports. As we wind down another baseball season. Here's Dominic Brown.
See Dominic trying to get, or looks like he is starting to get locked in again, starting to hit the ball with some authority.
Ground ball right side. Murphy backs up. He really backed up. Still threw him out. So the Phillies go down in order in their half of the 4th inning. We've completed 4. We go to the 5th, even at 1. or you might even want to get somebody a birthday gift. It's here at Citizens Bank Park. It's open 7 days a week, and new items come in all the time. So show your Phillies pride all year round. And get that guy a Phillies jersey, not a Mets jersey. I think that young lady was surprised with the candle. Did you wish her happy birthday, sir?
I didn't know it was her birthday.
Darno hits the first pitch through the hole on the left side. So he's aboard to start the top of the fifth. See what they do here with Quintanilla, who reached on a liner to center field his first time up. Wondered if they would try a bunt play. I know the pitcher's on deck.
Well, unless you're going to pinch hit for the pitcher, you don't want to bunt. For me in this situation, I'd rather go on and take my chances on hit and run as opposed to that.
He's swinging away, takes it side, 1 ball and 1 strike. Maybe that was on his own.
Oh, definitely.
Taking a long look over at Tim Tuffle to see if anything is on.
You can tell and look at the helmet and see that it's starting to come down a little more steady.
Fly ball down the right field line. That one's way up there. Mayberry's under it, and he makes the catch, and Darno goes back to first. And with 1 out, Dylan G's coming up. Now he'll probably be bunting Darno up to second base, or attempting to.
Yeah, I think it's automatic. It's going to be trying to bunt. Terry Collins, manager, usually plays it pretty close to the vest, meaning that when there's a bunt situation, that's what he usually will do. Doesn't usually go outside of the box.
And G bunts it in the air, and Ruiz can't get to it. It's not hit high enough. And it's 0-1. Call by the home plate umpire. He did offer at it.
Yep.
That was a good pitch, too. One that it was difficult to offer at. And it's 0-2.
It's kind of jabbing at the ball some, and difficult to bunt when you're doing that. Got pretty good technique in the very beginning. Keep that bat above the ball.
And he bunts it foul, so a strikeout for Cloyd. It's strikeout number 5. And there are 2 outs now for Eric Young. Monday at 5 here from the Phils, Dominic Brown plus Zach Berman and Jeff Mosier give their take on what happened this past week with the Eagles and the Chiefs. All that and more on Philly Sports Talk, only on Comcast Sports Network. Softly to the right side. Utley charges with his glove, flips, and it's in time. He put a little extra on that flip, which he does so well. And the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. A little defense from the Phils here in the 5th inning by their second baseman. They communicated well, and Utley was the one who said he got it. to the 2013 season. The last week in HD quality. Watch every out-of-market game live on more than 350 mobile and connected devices. Visit MLB.tv today. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. We're tied up at 1. Darren Ruff will lead it off. It'll be Darren Ruff, Cody Ashe, and John Mayberry. Mentioned before that the Rays defeated the Orioles earlier 5-1. The Cubs defeated the Braves 3-1 at Wrigley Field. As Ruff pulls that one through the hole on the left side, so he has 2 hits. He's aboard to start the bottom of the 5th. So that means the Braves will have to wait to clinch the National League East. Some of the other games that are being played today. Did you see the story coming out of Oakland? Have you read any of that story? Any stories about the Oakland Coliseum?
No.
All the sewage backups that are going on in the coach's office and in the dugouts. And the spigots. Makes you cringe, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. Glad I didn't.
They need a new ballpark, Sarge. I mean, they're not going to get one by next week, but they need a new ballpark.
Holy cow.
Ashe lines one toward right field. It's off the end of the bat, and it's played by Dendecker. And there's one away.
Boy, just missed from really giving that ball a charge. And you're right, as he shakes his head right off the end of the bat. Those are the kind that you really want back right there. Ball, little movement. That's why it hit off the end of the bat as it moved. Had a good level swing, however, on it. Yeah, I don't know how you could even play with the stadium like that.
It's a shame. Well, they are playing right now. It's a 6-1 Oakland on top in the 7th.
They've had one heck of a year, those Oakland A's.
Fly ball, foul territory. David Wright makes the catch for the 2nd out. So 2 away, and here comes Tyler Cloyd. Anyway, the A's look like they are going to be in the postseason, obviously.
Yeah.
And it's a shame that they have to put up with what they have to put up with. And let's hope it doesn't get to the point where the fans have to put up with anything like that.
Oh, boy. Well, they've been there for quite a few years, and you're right. They could use a new stadium. Problem has been they don't know where they want to put it.
Well, they'd like to go to San Jose. In fact, the folks in San Jose would like that. But why can't they go to San Jose, Sarge?
No, not going to happen. That's San Francisco territory. At least they feel that it is, and that was that way even when I was there playing. They don't want to see the Oakland A's anywhere near San Jose, California.
I would have won the count to Cloyd. So they miss 0-2.
Pretty healthy cut.
Cloyd floats it right side. Murphy was playing a little bit over that way, and that'll do it for the bottom of the 5th inning. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. We have completed our first 5 innings. We're tied at 1 as Daniel Murphy will lead it off when we come back. put on some kind of show Monday night. Lee could be amazing anytime he takes the mound, and he took it to the next level against the Miami Marlins. He pitched 8 dominating innings and struck out 14, his best since 2011. And, of course, he allowed no walks. All this while eclipsing the 200 strikeout and inning plateau this season. That was just the beginning. He then ended a personal best 3 hits, 4 RBIs, and his first career triple. It was a very special night for Cliff, and it's brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Well, here at Citizens Bank Park with the Mets and the Phillies tied at 1, it's German Heritage Night. A little celebration here at the ballpark. The Fanatic he's always up for a celebration.
Yeah, he sure is, and dressed for the occasion tonight with his
well, I don't know if he's dressed
rain outfit.
He's dressed for the rain. He may not be dressed for the occasion.
Well, the occasion for the rain.
That's true. Top of the 6th inning, Daniel Murphy leads it off. Phillies and the Mets tied at 1. The Phillies got a break on a call that gave them their first run. The Mets scored a run and a home run by David Wright in the 4th inning. Change up low, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, it was a great chance, though. Dominic coming in and sliding. Well, that's the time when you really can take a chance like that. And knowing your speed, knowing where that fielder is always helps, and he knew all of that, but he was going to go, I would think, no matter what.
You don't think the rain had anything to do with it? You think they were just being aggressive just to be aggressive?
Oh, definitely, with the first run, yeah, for sure.
Well, they got a break because it did look like he was tagged out.
Yeah.
But home plate umpire said he was safe. And that's all that matters at this point.
Yeah, and outfielders, too, again, the throws that they throw up the line a little bit, you don't get the hitting the grass or right over the mound and carry it.
The ball's hit well, and the Mets will have the lead. Off the facing of the second deck, the 12th home run of the year for Daniel Murphy, and it's a 2-1 New York lead.
This guy's had a heck of a year here. Steady year. Hitting over 284 there. Boy, you can just see look at the eyes that an extension that he gets. Again, knew it was gone when it left his bat. You get the ball out over the plate, the heart of the plate. Guys are looking fastballs and staying on it. Wow.
Well, that'll bring David Wright to the plate, who homered his last time up. So it's 2-1 New York with 2 solo home runs. That's what it hit right there.
Yeah.
So Chase Utley hit one of those shots there the other day. Over for a strike, 1-1. Going to float through the hole on the left side, so it's a single for Wright. He's 2 for 3.
They sure picked the right team to come back on, and that was probably done by design. Usually when you haven't been playing for a long time, you want to come back with a team you've been hitting. Certainly over his career, David has done just that.
Well, a lot of folks wondered and asked David Wright yesterday, why even come back when it comes to, the end of the season. There's not a lot to play for.
Right.
And I think, David basically said, well, there is. It's knowing that I'm healthy and getting a chance to get some ABs going into the offseason. Yeah,
I asked him that exact question there yesterday. And basically he said that when you're on that DL, it's a lot tougher than going out and then playing every day. The things that they actually take you through to prepare to get ready. So he'd rather be out there with his teammates, batting practice, doing his stretching, and having fun playing the game. The other thing he said is that it was so boring just being on the DL. It's a lonely feeling. And again, when you're not on the team, you're just not on the team. It doesn't matter who you are. You're not a part of the 25. You're on the DL. I kind of even look at you a little bit differently.
1 ball and 2 strikes as Duda fouls it away. Duda's walked. He also struck out. That was his first time up.
Kind of shows you, though, what kind of player that David Wright is. Didn't have huge numbers, hitting over 300. But the mere fact of Warner coming back, the team's not in it. It shows a lot of character in itself. And besides, he's just a good player. One of the better players in the game today for me.
2-2. Been hit by a pitch to put runners on first and second. McFoyd had pinpoint control pretty much up until this inning. Then the home run by Murphy. David Wright picked up a base hit. Now he's hit Duda. Citizens Bank Park is a fantastic place to host events year-round. There are many unique options for corporate or social events of any size, including the Diamond Club, Hall of Fame Club, and Executive Dining Room. You have free parking, on-site catering, fanatic visits, and ballpark tours. Those are just a few of the extras that are available. Go to Phillies.com/special events for more information. Rich Duda heading out to the mounds.
Yep, it's more of a stall tactic right there. Don't want this game here to get away. A couple ways that they can do it. They can bunt in this situation.
I would think that's what Lagares is going to do. I could be way off, but he has struggled.
And usually you don't bunt with your 3, 4, 5 guys, but this is usually not a situation where, again, these guys are kind of almost hitting out of position except for a few. So he may not be your true type of a 5th hitter. So those guys would be asked to bunt too. See how he's going to play it.
He's going to swing away.
He's hacking.
Guess he figures he has the lead. The grounds crew is on the ready just in case. Outside. And now 1 ball and 2 strikes as he fouls it off to the right.
To get the ball down, make yourself a good pitch, get it on the ground, see if you can get a double play. Needs it desperately.
A little low.
Yep. Obviously, a very important pitch. See whether or not Terry Collins will have them on the move or not. Have to know your personnel. If a guy strikes out a lot, no. He's able to have a good eye, put it in play. then you will.
They don't go, and it's lined out towards center. Hernandez misread it. I don't know if he would have gotten it anyway. It was over his head, and it goes to the wall. 1 run scores. Rounding third, heading for him is Duda. He'll score. Lagares to third. He'll get there with a triple. It's a 2-run triple, and it's now 4-1 New York. Fifth triple of the year for Lagares.
Triple pitch right down the middle. Not going to miss that one, and he scalded it. Ball gets over the head of Hernandez as he takes a step in. Don't know, like you said, whether or not he would have been able to have that one, but he didn't read it very well. That ball spanked. Slides in safely.
Well, that's going to be it for Tyler Cloyd. Ryan Sandberg is out to the mound to take the baseball. So the Mets have taken the lead here in the top of the 6th inning. Ethan Martin will be the new pitcher for the Phils. And Tyler Cloyd's night has come to a close. This is an AT&T call to the bullpen in Philadelphia. It's the Mets 4 and the Phillies 1. We'll be back right after this. Ball go over his head. I don't think even if he had a good jump Sarge that he would have been able to track that down. Do you think he could have gotten to it?
Well, I tell you what, no, I where the ball landed, I say no. But when you take that step in, you don't really know. Don't know if he could jump up at the last minute, maybe have hit his glove. Here it is right here. You can see he's coming in.
Yeah.
But if he had just took off and where it was hit, I don't know. The only thing he would have done, stopped him from getting that triple.
Yeah, so Lagares is at third. And Dendecker's up. Ethan Martin in his 12th ball game. He's 2-4. ERA of 6.62. Gave up a 2-run home run in his last outing against the Marlins.
Now, looking for a couple of punch outs here and leave it right where he has found it. And he is a strikeout pitcher and will be one. Throws the ball hard. Just need again to be able to hit his spots. Good pitch.
Balls and 2 strikes, 96 miles an hour on that fastball.
Yeah. One of the reasons, though, Sandberg's bringing him in. He wants, in this situation, a pitcher that can maybe strike out a couple of guys and get out of this without any more damage. see, he's got plenty on the fastball, over above average fastball for the major leagues. Now just needs to harness where he's throwing these pitches.
Grounder foul, and it remains 3-2.
Starting to come down a little bit harder.
Swing and a miss. He got him. Threw him something soft, and there's one away.
Took something off of that. See the movement on it. It's one strikeout.
Dendecker's been struck out 3 times.
It's another bad feeling. Striking out 3 times. Call that the hat trick here in Major League Baseball. And 4 times, it's a golden sombrero. Strike out 5 times in the game. Don't worry about it. Won't be playing the next day.
Darno fouls it back, and it's 0-1. Curveball, and it's 0-2. That's a big hook, yeah.
Another key to his success, being able to get that breaking ball over the plate.
Fly ball right field. That's going to be deep enough to get the run home. Mayberry is going to play it off the wall, and Darno will go to second. It's an RBI double, and it's now a 5-1 ball game.
Couldn't tell how high that was up there on the fence.
It's a big fence, Sarge. He's a tall man. It is a high fence. I can't say that I saw where it landed.
It's interesting. I didn't think the ball was going to really carry that far.
Here's Quintanilla. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Quintanilla singled. He's also flied to right. Here's Darno at second base. He has 2 hits tonight. 3 doubles now in the year. Outside, 2-0.
Got to be able to throw strikes at this level. Every pitch you think you can get over the plate, got to be able to throw a strike in there.
And there's ball 4. So that'll put runners on first and second. With still 1 man down, Dylan G is up. You would think he's up there to sacrifice again, right, Sarge?
Well,
I mean, it is 5-1. Maybe they'll have him swing away.
You know, I mean, for me, I'm going to have my pitcher bunting, and simply because it's raining. You do have a 4-run lead. See how Terry will play it. Didn't bunt too well his last time.
Well, that is true. He struck out by bunting the 3rd strike foul. He is squaring. Runners lead off. And he bunts it in the air. That's a souvenir. And it's 0-1.
Did one thing pretty good there. He got a fastball up and wanted really up. Hope that he can pop the ball up. Don't want to have them advance the runners.
Oh, that's a balk. Yeah, he moved. That'll put runners on second and third. He tried to step off, and it's almost as if his back foot got caught on the rubber.
Well, he'll be hitting now.
And they'll be playing the infield in.
Oh, this is exactly what Tom was actually talking about there. That little move right there, that's a ball.
I don't even know if his foot got caught. I think he started and then decided to step off. 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Got him with a fastball, so that's the 3rd time G has been struck out. And with 2 outs to the top of the order, Eric Young is the batter. Eric Young is 0 for 3. He just peeked over at Darren Ruff at first. And he takes a strike. 0-1.
Yeah, now Will peek from third base to first base. He's peeking at first to see whether or not maybe he would drag the ball or bunt the ball toward that way.
Time now for a Hyundai defensive play of the game. Darren Ruff on the ball that was hit by Young.
Super play. After he catches it, to gather yourself and be able to toss it. Good play.
A little foul tip, and it's 1-2.
Made it look easy, though, but you got to be able to hit that pitcher there on the run and lead them. Another one of those things they do quite frequently is practice that. He's just got to trust his stuff. He's got good stuff, good arm.
Swing and a miss. He got him. 95 on that fastball. Side is retired. 9 men come to the plate, though, in the inning for the Mets. So they score 4 runs. So they lead at 5-1 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. The official HD triple play provider of your Phillies. By McDonald's, I'm loving it. And by Mazda, we believe if it's not worth driving, it's not worth building. Well, last of the 6th inning, 5-1. The Phillies trail it Ethan Martin and Rich Doobie going over the pitches that were part of that last inning. Martin allowed an inherited runner to score on the double by Travis d'Arnaud. Those runs, though, were charged to the line of Tyler Cloyd, and now just like that, Dylan G has a 4-run lead to work with. As we go to the bottom of the 6th, time now for the Coors Light Freeze Cam. And it's German Heritage Night here at Citizens Bank Park. Some of the events that took place prior to the ball game, some of the looks that you might see, some of the dances that were taking place. Those were not marriage proposals, just so you know, sir.
Okay.
Coors Light Freeze Cam brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. So here's Hernandez. He's 0 for 2. He has struck out and he's grounded into a double play. And it's outside. 1-0. The rain has lightened up a little bit. That one's out toward the gap in right center field. Lagares gets to it quickly. Hernandez gets to second quickly, and he's there with a sliding double. It's his 5th double of the year.
Oh, that's how you want to answer it. How you want to score a couple of runs, see if you can get back into it. It's got a good stroke. Short, quick. The more times you see him, the more you're really starting to like him. Doesn't swing at a lot of bad pitches and has adequate speed.
Rollins is 0 for 2. He is flied out and he is struck out. Takes outside, 1-0.
Got to continue to play the game, meaning that if he does make an out, you want him to be able to pull the ball to the right side.
Well, he sprays that one down the left field line. It's going to slice out of play.
Not a good pitch. Not really a good swing. Got to continue to play the game. Force yourself. You got to get the runner over, and more times when you're losing like this, what can get that momentum back on your side. Got to wait him out, get you a pitch that you can pull, and you pull it.
A little changeup. He corkscrewed himself a little bit. But it's 1-2. Joe Savory is warming up in the bullpen.
Tried to get him to swing at a bad pitch. Now, once you, though, get 2 strikes on you, now all you want to do is just try and hit the ball hard. If you're able to pull it, that's a bonus. You first go up there, you don't have any count. Up to 2 strikes, you're trying to pull the ball.
He's on deck.
Same way, got to zone him down. Get yourself a good pitch.
Fly ball out toward right center field. Dendecker on the run. Boy, that ball took off. He can't get it. A one-hop off the wall. Hernandez around third. He'll head to home. Rollins stops at second, and that's the right move. It's an RBI double. It's a 5-2 game.
It's good hitting. Almost the same spot, but for whatever reason, that ball got out there in the gap, and I mean, it moved actually away, kept carrying and carrying. He thought about going to third base. Don't want to make that first out at third. Take a look at it as he gets right there on top of that ball there. splits the gap. Boy, I tell you now, he's off and running. Again, that's how you answer. If you're going to be able to get him over, that's getting him in all at the same time. Same situation there for Utley.
Chase is 0 for 2. He's lined out and he's flied out to left. Takes a curved ball and it's 0-1. Well, last night the Phillies made it a 6-4 ball or 5-4 ball game. I should say 2 nights ago, but they were unable to come all the way back. Last night, same thing. They scored 4 runs in the 4th to make it 5-4. But that's tacked on 1 more in the 7th. That one's pulled foul.
Real good there. Runners in scoring position. That's how you judge, too. 3, 4, 5 guys. What are they doing with runners in scoring position? These guys seem to concentrate a little bit more in those situations. Really, you should know what they want to throw. I mean, I don't get that. When they got to run out and discuss what they want to throw. I do if you're changing the signs. I understand that.
What do you think, a change up here?
Well, they've been throwing high fastballs and then pitches in the dirt there when they got 2 strikes on them.
That ball is hit out towards center field. It's well hit. Lagares on the run, and he can't get it. A 1-hop off the base of the wall. Rollins around third. He's going to be held there. It's a double for Utley. Rollins waited because he wasn't sure if that ball was going to be caught or not. And all he could do was go to third base.
Yeah, if I'm playing that there, 1 of 2 ways. You're either going to go back to second and tag up, and all you can get is third. If I'm playing that there, I'm listening to the sound. I'm running. I'm gone. I'm looking to where that fielder is playing just with the sound alone. Now, he's in between there. Doesn't know if he's going to tag up or not. I'm going to be already running or be in a position where once that ball hits and I see the back right there, I'm off and running trying to get home as quick as I possibly can. Samuel doing the right thing, however, and holding him up. That was a good throw. Would have had him at home plate.
Absolutely would have had him at home plate. Yeah, you're right. I think you're right, Sarge. I think he was caught in between. You know, he was only 5 steps off because he's thinking, all right, if he does catch it, I'm going to tag and go to third.
Right. That's why it's so important when you're on second to know where the fielders are playing. Therefore, when that ball is hit, you're able to just take off without even jockeying back and forth.
Based on the sound and where they're playing.
That's right.
Here's Carlos. Still playing the infield back. He's down 5-2. Outside, 1-0.
Pretty good save. Man, you're talking about a pitcher missing a spot. That ball, no balls, 2 strikes right down the middle. Goes to show you, can't always throw that ball where they want. And as a hitter, that's why you stay on that fastball. A little high. And you will get it. You start looking for things you can't hit. Split, slider in the dirt. The good hitters stay on the fastball. Anytime you talk to them, they stay on the fastball and they adjust to any of the breaking pitches.
1 ball, 1 strike to Ruiz. You figure this is his last batter. Jermaine is in the bullpen warming up. There he is.
Want to zone him down.
Ground ball left side. David Wright makes the play. A run scores. The flip to first in time. So it's a 5-3 game.
Pretty good read all the way around. Carlos picking up an RBI, but almost more importantly, advancing that runner for the next hitter. Take a look at it. J-Ro's going all the way, reading it. Both runners reading the ball, and there's that flip throw by David Wright.
And now Dominic Brown, a base hit can make this a one-run game. A bomb could tie this baby up. They play in the pole in the infield. They're also giving him the run.
Oh, surprised he missed that first pitch fastball. Might have been a little high, but really good pitch to be able to get that runner in on. Don't want to swing at it, though, any higher than that. Big run to pick up here.
Oh, yeah.
Puts you right back in the game.
I wouldn't mind seeing Ruff get up again against G, though. He's had some good swings against him.
Great swings against him tonight.
Ball gets away. Utley's coming home. Look where he started. He slides in safely. It's a 5-4 game. His secondary lead is remarkable, and he was starting back, and he started back on the infield grass and then busted it to the plate.
Well, he's a baseball player, plays hard, reads the plays just about all the time when he's out there. That's stealing a run right there, being heads up, taking advantage of that ball in the dirt. That's what you have to do. There's his lead. Now take a look at it. He takes the inside of it. Oh, boy. They're running all on the grass there.
Here's the 2-1 to Brown. Fly ball, shallow right field. Long run in for Dendecker, but Murphy's there. And the second baseman makes the catch.
Wow. Good thing then that he'd end up scoring. Wouldn't have been able to score on that ball.
So Utley makes it a one-run game, as only Utley can. And now Darren Ruff, he's 2 for 2.
You got to be heads up on the bases to be able to score on those type of balls. It doesn't go all the way back to the backstop. Got to be able to read it. That's exactly what he did. Those are the little things that don't show up in the box scores the next day. How you scored. See if he can get a good pitch here to hit somewhere near the belt. Drive it through the rain. Okay, little slider, still in the driver's seat. Looked like it could have been a little cutter, maybe. It moved away from him.
Breaking ball popped up right side, and Duda makes the catch, and the side is retired. Phillies get 3. They make it a 5-4 game. Decision time for Ron Culpa. Looks like we're going to play on and go to the 7th.
Your local Honda dealer's game summary goes this way. Not a whole lot of scoring for 4 innings. And in the 6th inning, 7 runs come across. 5-1, the Mets led it. Phillies come back with a 3 spot with 3 straight doubles and a wild pitch, ground out mixed in there. See where Tyler Cloyd did. Went into the 6th inning. They started to run into trouble. And Dylan G, he was sailing along, and all of a sudden, Citizens Bank Park jumped up and grabbed him again.
Well, here's Joe Savory. He will start the 7th inning for the Phils. Savory 2-0 at 3.94 ERA. Mike Buchholder, the head groundskeeper here at Citizens Bank Park, spent some time in between innings updating Ron Kulpa on the weather situation. Looks like this is going to be the situation. It's going to rain, it's going to slow down, it's going to pick up again, and we'll move on as we begin the top of the 7th. This is an official ball game with the Mets leading at 5-4. Now, if we were to get to the bottom of the 7th inning, the Phillies were to tie it and finish up the bottom of the 7th, and let's say the heavens opened up, then it would be a suspended game.
Yeah, it didn't used to be that way. You got to a certain point, if you had a tie game, you'd count everything, play it all over. They changed, I don't know how many years ago was they changed their rule, but that's for the better, I think.
I know they changed some things in 2007, but it was before that they changed that.
Yeah. Saw plenty of those things, over the years, saw that happen.
The 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball, that's a little outside. 1-2. Well, this is in the umpire's hands. Final series between these two teams. Murphy lays off 2-2.
Yeah, I think they realize, or they probably feel, that if you call time and cover the field, you're not going to resume with the way the weather system is. So that's what they're trying to do right now, just play as long as they can.
Did you ever have one of those hats, Wheels?
No.
The umbrella hats?
But I remember when Lou Brock invented them. They're called the Brock umbrella, and he used to wear them around batting practice. People say, "What are those?" I said, "Here, I'll give you a card. You want to buy one?"
You think a lot of people bought them?
I don't know that Lou needed that to make a living after he retired, but
well, some people need the creative stimulation.
Yeah, it was probably a little supplemental income at the time for him.
Outside, and now 3-2. Three balls and 2 strikes. Terry Collins' team has a 1-run lead, 5-4. Ryan Sandberg's hoping that his team gets another at bat as the rains fall. That's a liner out towards center. Hernandez is there to make the catch.
Yeah, they're going to keep going here, and they'll get to a point if they think it's not safe, then they'll stop the game. But as you said, Tom, the thing they're trying to do is give everybody a chance to have an official game here. And there's Ron Kulpa. I think what's he doing? He's telling the ground crew to get the stuff ready between innings.
Yeah, he's telling the third base umpire, Chris Cuccione, to tell one of the Phillies grounds crew members to make sure that everything's ready. So once the last out is recorded in the 7th, they can throw some of the drying agent down the diamond dry and continue on. David Wright is 2 for 3. He's grounded into a double play. He's homered. He's also singled. He has scored twice.
Those Nats are being tested. They never got started down there tonight. They may have to play another doubleheader. Here's David Wright. Oh, is he happy to be back here? And as I said, if those balls in his own ballpark are fly balls to right field, and here he's just wearing that area out, that first row. But that's why David Wright has come back to. He was really a tremendous player. Then he got hit in the head, and he got pull happy. That ballpark made it drive him crazy, I think, when it first opened because it was so big. And then he started doing that again, hitting the ball to right and right center, and that's David Wright. That's when he was a really good player, when he would drive the ball the other way.
2 balls, no strikes to Wright. No time is called. Outside, 3-0. first time to cover it, I think.
Yeah.
Ball 4, so Wright is aboard, and they're going to put the tarp on the field. Ron Culpo waited as long as he could. So with 1 out here in the 7th inning, in an official ball game, the Mets are on top of the Phillies 5-4. David Wright just asked if he had to go to first on that walk just to finish off the at-bat. And Jimmy Rollins is joking around with him saying, let's tag him, let's tag him.
Just get a little wetter. How much wetter can he get?
So they are going to put the tarp on the field, and we will be here for a while. With the Mets on top 5-4. They waited as long as they could. They did a heck of a job getting 6.5 for 6 outs or 6 innings and 1 out in here in Philadelphia, because it has been pouring all around the Delaware Valley, as folks know.
As we mentioned, they never even got started in Washington.
Yeah, there was delays in a lot of different places around baseball today. They had a golf tournament down in Atlanta that they started earlier, because they wanted to get that in before the rains came. So the grounds crew put the tarp on the field. Again, this is an official ball game with 1 out in the top of the 7th inning. The Mets on top 5-4. So for some reason we don't resume, then the Mets will wind up winning game 2 of this series. But let's hope that we will resume in just a little bit. Top of the 7th inning, 1 out. David Wright is at first base. Phillies trail at 5-4. The tarp is on the field, of course. And while we sit and wait, you'll get a chance to sit back and enjoy Phillies clubhouse. We'll keep you updated as best we can.